Welcome to TDS Online Mathematics. Alright. Change of subject is very important so far as core math and math are concerned. Alright, so it's very important. Alright, so let's consider the expression t equals to rx. Alright, the expression t equals to rx. Now t here is said to be the subject of the expression because it is standing alone on the left. Alright, so you can also say m equals to r plus c. So with this you say m is the subject of this. Alright, so with the idea of change of subject, the variable that we ask to make the subject of the expression, you have to make sure that variable stands alone. So for instance, if we ask to make r the subject here, I'll make sure r stands alone. So this one will be m minus c equals r. So we see r is the subject of the expression here. Alright, so example 1. So we have a equals to ym plus t. So we have to make m the subject. Okay, so let's look at where m is. So we have m here. Okay, so I'll make sure where m is, okay, m stands alone. So I'll keep m on my right hand side, then send this plus t to the other side. Alright, so we can subtract t from both sides in order to get rid of the t on my right, or you can just send the t to my left. Alright, so this one will be a minus t equals ym. Alright, so our target is this m. Okay, so we have to make sure the coefficient of m is 1 and not anything. So we have the coefficient of m to be y, and since we have to make m the subject, we have no option but to remove this m. So I'll divide both sides by, sorry, to remove this y, so I'll divide both sides by y. So this one will cancel. So we have m, let's say a minus t over y. So we have m here. So the answer is a minus t over y. Alright, so let's look at the next example. Alright, now we have expression, we have mt plus x equals to mp plus r. So this one too, we have to make m the subject. Alright, so we have m on my left and we have another one on my right. So first thing to do is to make sure m people go to one side. So we are to group m on one side. So whichever way you do it, you are right. So you can choose to send this one to this side or bring the mp to the left. So I just want to group my m on my left. So I'll keep the mt. Alright, so I'll send mp. Alright, so I'll keep r on my left, then bring the plus x, so it will be minus x. So that's the first step. Somebody can also keep the x here and bring the r to this side, then send the mt to the right, whichever way you're right. Okay, so since we are after m, we can factorize m out here. So m out t minus p. So we have r minus x on my right. Now we are after m, so we have to make sure the coefficient or what is in front of m is 1. So I'll divide both sides by t minus p. So this one will cancel this. So I'll be left with m equals r minus x over t minus p. All right. So that's that. So it's not difficult. All right. So it's a matter of taking your time. All right. So let's look at the next example. All right. So we can try this one. It's pretty cool. I think this is very simple. We have m equals 6 minus 8, and we have to make c the subject. So we have c here, that is, so we have 6 attached to this, so we have to make c the subject. All right, so this is not different from the first one. I'll keep the 6c on my right, then send the minus 8. So we have m plus 8 equals 6c. Right. Therefore, I'll divide both sides by 6. So we have this. We have c equals now m plus 8 over 6. Or you can say m on 6 plus 8 on 6. You can reduce this one, 2 here, 4, 2, 3, 6. So we have m on 6 plus 4 on 3. Right. Okay, so you can leave it like this, or you can probe further if you want to. All right, so let's look at the next example. Okay, so we have to make c the subject here. Okay, so you can try this. So we have m plus n. So I'll send the minus 8, which will be plus 8, equals 6c. So I'll divide both sides by 6. Okay, so we have this one. You can't probe further. Okay, so I think this is the answer. All right. Okay, so try the following. So you can try the following, number 1. So we have 6x plus 2r tp. So we have to make r the subject here. Right. 2. 6v r equals to m plus ne. So you have to make e the subject here. Right. Then the last one, t equals to mp minus c. Make m the subject here. All right, so we have 5m minus t over 5m minus t equals a over b. So let's, because of this over that and that, let's do cross multiplication. So b will take this. So we have b will take this, a will take this, a taking 5m minus t. We have b taking 5m minus t as well. All right, so this one will be 5am minus 8t. So we have 5 bm minus bt. Okay, so let's focus on where m is. We have one here, one there. So let's group them on one side. So 5 am minus 5 bm. So this one will be at minus bt on my right. All right, so since we have to make m the subject, so we have no option but to take m out here. So we have 5a minus 5b. Okay, so let's divide both sides by 5a minus 5b. So this one will cancel this. Okay, so my m is at minus bt over 5a minus 5b. All right, so there's the answer. Okay, so this time we have 1 over k plus 1 over c cos 1 over b. So let's look at the denominator. We have k c b. Okay, so let's write this one in linear form by taking the LCM. So the LCM is k cb. Okay, kcb. So let's multiply through by kcb. So I'll start by multiplying each term. So kcb times 1 over k. Okay, so after any operation, so plus kcb 1 over c kcb times 1 over b. All right, so k will cancel, c will cancel, and b also cancel. All right, so we are left with cb plus kb equals to kc. Now we have to make c the subject. So let's group c on one side. So we have cb and kc. So I'll keep kb here, then send cb to my right. Okay, so we have kb. So let me take c out. So k minus b times c. Okay, so we have c. So let's divide both sides by k minus b, k minus b. So this one will cancel. So my c is kb over k minus b. All right, so there's the answer. Let's look at this example. Right, so we have v equals to 1 over 3 power squared h. So we have to make h the subject. So let's move this fraction by multiplying this 3 by this v here. So this one is same as 3v equals to pi r squared h. All right, so this one is very simple. We have to h, so let's divide both sides by pi squared. So this one will cancel. So my h is 3v over pi squared. All right, so that's that. All right, so let's look at the last example here. Okay, so you can pause the video and give it a try. Alright, so we have m equals to wd over 4 into brackets l plus d over 3. And we have to make this l the subject. So we have so many ways of solving this. Okay, so I just want to remove this fraction. So or multiply this side by 4. So this one is the same as 4m equals to WD. Then we have this one in a bracket. All right. So somebody can also remove this one, or we can expand this. So I just want to remove this WD. So I'll divide both sides by WD. So WD, and this one will cancel. So I have 4m over WD equals to L plus D over 3. Since we have to make L the subject, I can say 4m over WD. So let me send this one to this side. So minus D over 3 equals L. Alright, so let's look at the left hand side. We can find the LCM. So the LCM will be WD and 3. So we have, so 3 times 4m will be 12m. So we have minus, so 3 into this, we take 3, so we have WD. So WD times D will be WD squared equals L. Alright, so we have L to be 12m minus WD squared over 3WD. Whichever way you need to solve, you get the same thing. Alright. So we have T equals to 2 pi root L on G. So we have to make L the subject. So take your time here. So we need to get rid of this root sign. So we have no option but to square both sides. So I will square both sides. Square both sides. So on my left hand side will be T squared. So let's look at what is inside the bracket here. So to affect this and that. So this one will be 2 squared, then pi squared. And 2 squared is 4 pi squared. And this square will move the square root here. So we have 11 times L over G. Alright, so we have T squared equals 4 pi squared L on G. Alright, so we have to make L the subject. Now let's make this over 1 and do cross multiplication. So it's over 1. So G times T squared is T squared G. The 1 times that is 4 pi squared L. Alright, so let's divide both sides by 4 pi squared. 4 pi squared. Now this one will cancel. So my L here will be T squared G over 4 pi squared. Alright, so T squared G over 4 pi squared is the answer. So that is L. Alright. Example 2, you can pause the video and give it a try. You have T equals to square root of A minus C over A plus C. So we have to make C the subject. So same thing, let's remove the root sign by squaring both sides. So we have T squared equals to, now this one will cancel, A minus C over A plus C. So let's make this over 1. Okay, so we have T squared times A plus C equals, now 1 times A minus C is A minus C. So let's expand the left hand side. A T squared plus C T squared equals to A minus C. So let's focus on where C is. So we have 1 here, 1 there. So let's group them on one side. So we have c t squared plus c. So I've done this to this equals to a minus at squared. All right. So let me take c out on my left. So I have c equals t squared plus 1 equals a minus at squared. So let's divide both sides by the coefficient of c. So c will be a minus a t squared on t squared plus 1. Okay, so c is the subject of the expression. All right. Now let's look at this example. That will be the last one. So we can also try this as well. So we have t minus b equals to square root of b on r plus b squared. Okay, so let's square both sides. So I will square both sides. Okay, so on my left hand side will be so t squared minus 2 tb plus b squared equals to, now this one will cancel. So I will leave it b on r plus b squared. Now you can double this one like this and expand it, you get the same thing. So this one is the same as that. So when you go to the expansion, you get something like this. All right. Okay, so let's look at the left hand side and the right hand side. So we have plus b squared plus b squared. So they have similar signs here, so they'll go away, because when this one comes to this side, to be minus b squared, so it will go. So I'll be left with t squared minus 2tb equals to b on r. So let me make this over 1. So let me do cross multiplication. So I have r taking everything here, 2tb equals to b, and we have to make r the subject. So don't worry ourselves expanding this again. We just divide both sides by the coefficient of r. So we have t squared minus 2tb. So this one will cancel this. So my r is simply b over t squared minus 2tb. All right. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. All right.